Subscribe the channel and press the bell icon.
Students, how are you all? I hope all of you are fine, doing great at your homes. So students, we have finished till chapter number 7, that is decimals. Now we have to start from chapter number 11. I am leaving the chapters in between because I want to start the new topic, that is geometry, and all the chapters from chapter number 11 are related to geometry, line, segment, ray and line, parallel lines, angles and their measurement, constructions, polygons, triangles, quadrilaterals, circles. These all chapters are related to geometry topics. So that is why I have started from chapter number 11. Chapter number 8, 9 and 10 I will be explaining it to you later on. Okay students, so let's move on. So what is a line segment according to you? If you all know what is a line segment, you can comment down in the comment section. And how do we denote a line segment? Okay students, very good. So a line segment has two end points, right? It is having two end points. And how do we draw a line segment and how do we represent a line segment? A line segment always have a fixed length. Fixed length is there. That means you can measure it, okay? If I talk about a line segment, you can measure it. For example, AB, this is a line segment. It is having how many end points? Two end points, right? And how do we represent a line segment? We represent a line segment like this, AB, and there will be a line on AB. So this is how we represent a line segment. And if I talk about a ray has only one end point. That means a ray starts from a particular point and we don't know up to where it can go. So there is only one end point in a ray. So we can say that a ray does not have a definite length, but a line segment have a definite length. So how do we represent a ray? We represent a ray like this, A, B, and there will be an arrow on the term AB. Why there is an arrow? Because it is having one end point. AB is not having any arrow because the line segment has two end points. The length is fixed. In a ray, the length is not fixed. It is having an indefinite length, and a line segment have a definite length. So this is how we represent a line segment, and this is how we represent a ray. Now if I talk about a line, we have discussed about line segment and we have also discussed about a ray. Now we have to discuss about a line. So if I talk about a line has no end point. That means it extends endlessly in both the direction. A line has no end points. What does it mean? It means that it extends endlessly in both the directions. ये दोनों डायरेक्शन में आपकी एक्सटेंड हो सकती है. इट इज़ नॉट हैविंग एनी एंड पॉइंट. एंड हाउ डू वी रिप्रेजेंट अ लाइन? So it extends endlessly in both the directions. And how do we represent a line? A line is represented like this. This is, for example, this is a line A and B, right? And it is extending in both the directions. That is why in both the directions there is an arrow. How do we represent a line? A line is represented like this. The arrow is on both the sides. Okay students? So what is the major difference between a line segment ray and a line, and what are the properties of a line segment ray and line? These properties are mentioned on page number 166. So you have to write all the three. You have to draw this table, or you can write separately. Give one heading as a line segment, then next heading as a ray, and the third heading as line, and you have to write all the features, all the properties in your maths classwork copy. It is given on page number 166, left side. And then we have to start the new exercise, that is exercise 11A. But before beginning that exercise, I want to discuss something about points. What is a point? What is a point? If you know that, you can comment down in the comment section, students. A point is a mark of a position. For example, I want to specify something. For example, I want to say that this line segment begins from here. This is a line segment PQ and it starts from here. So this is a point. Point represents a position. It is a mark of a position of a line segment, or we can say that of a ray. It can be a starting point of a ray also, because a ray has one end point. Now, I also want to discuss about collinear points. What are collinear points? Collinear points are the points which lie on the same line. Three or more points in a plane are said to be collinear if they all lie on the same line. For example, I am placing the points A, then B, then again C, and one more, P, Q, and then R. So, out of these two sets, which of the points are collinear? Obviously, PQ are collinear. Why PQR points are collinear points? Because they are on the same line. But if I talk about A, B and C, they are not on the same line. See, if I draw a line, B is above and C is below the line. So that is why A, B and C are not collinear. So how to check that whether the points are collinear or not? Collinear means they are said to be lie on the same line, and the line of collinearity for the given points. So this line is the line of collinearity for the given points. Now I have discussed about collinear point also. Now I want to discuss about some lines, types of lines. So a line extends endlessly in both the directions. Now I want to ask one question from all of you. If I am placing one point over here, that is P. So how many lines can pass through this point? How many lines can pass through this point? You have to answer to me in the comment section. Yes, students? N number of lines, that is infinite number of lines can pass through the particular point. It is not countable that how many lines can pass through this point. Infinite number of lines can pass through a point. What is the number of lines that can pass through this point? Infinite number of lines can pass through this point. Now if I talk about intersecting lines, what are intersecting lines? If two lines meet at a point P that is common in between two lines, they are said to be intersecting, and that point is said to be the point of intersection. For example, this is a line AB, right? And there is a point P on this line, and from this point P there is one more line passing, that is PQ. So P is the intersecting point of AB and PQ, and these two lines are said to be intersecting lines, right? And this point is called the point of intersection. If there is a point P common to two lines L and M, we can say that the two lines intersect at the point P, and this point P is called the point of intersection of the given lines. For example, I am drawing two lines. Okay. This is a line QP and this is a line SP. So how can we identify that whether they are intersecting or not? You have to extend this line. Once you extend this line, you can easily find that this is the point of intersection of both the lines. So these lines are intersecting at point P. Now if I talk about the parallel lines, what are parallel lines? Parallel lines are the lines which do not intersect at any point, and the distance between the lines is always equal. For example, this is a line PQ and there is one more line, that is MN, right? So these lines are said to be parallel. Why they are said to be parallel? Because they are not intersecting at any point, and one more thing, the distance between the two lines at every point is same. This distance is same at every point. That is why they are said to be parallel lines. Now I am drawing on the board some lines. You have to tell me whether they are parallel or not. Okay. Are they parallel? You have to comment down in the comment section. I am not going to tell this. Okay. Now I am drawing two more lines. You have to tell me whether they are parallel or not. Are they parallel? Yes, they are parallel. In first case, they are not parallel. If I am drawing like this also, the distance between the two lines is same, then they are parallel. If the distance between the lines is not same at every position, then they are not said to be parallel lines. Now, I want to discuss about concurrent lines. Three or more lines in a plane are said to be concurrent if all of them pass through the same point, and this point is called the point of concurrence in the given line. Now, which lines are concurrent lines? The lines, more than two lines, if they are intersecting at the same point, right? More than two lines. These are two lines, so this is the point of intersection. P is the point of intersection between these two lines. But if I am drawing one more line that is more than two lines, if there are more than two lines, then these lines are said to be concurrent lines. We usually call them concurrent lines. So I hope you must have understood, students. So this was the introduction of the chapter. In the next class, we will be solving the questions that are based on this concept. So till then, stay happy, stay safe, bye-bye, take care.